All right, all right. What's going on? What's going on, whole world? You have tuned into another episode of the North Star Podcast. I am your humble and gracious and ever so talented host, Simba Ali, with a very, very special guest, Memphis's own, Minnesota's own adopted, official Young JR's in the building. What's going on, man?
Good, man.
What's good?
What's
Thanks for coming on the show, bro. You know, you've been a lot of people that I know. Like I said, I move around North Minneapolis, South Minneapolis, St. Paul, and your name comes up a lot in the streets.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
different than, you know, it coming up on your iPhone or coming up in different places. When I'm in the streets and when I'm in certain places, niggas be like, you heard of JR? You know fuck with JR?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is the streets talking about this individual like that? But I
Yeah.
can't hear him on the next level where it might be. So I decided to reach out to you on your Instagram and say, let's talk about it. So thanks for coming on the show, bro.
For sure. For sure.
And so let's talk about you a little bit. You're from Memphis, correct?
Yeah, I'm from East Memphis.
East
Memphis, Tennessee. 901.
East Memphis. Let's talk about East Memphis. Now, so break down Memphis to me about how it breaks down east, south, west. How does Memphis break down?
I say like Memphis break down east, south, west, north Memphis. You feel me? Like everything like 15 minutes away. You know, our city's so small, you know, so it's like everybody kind of really do know each other, but we just don't really rock with each other, which is like all different places. But Memphis is a really small place. It's big, got people there. It's a small city. It ain't that open like that, you know.
Okay, so South Memphis, fuck with South Memphis. East Memphis, East Memphis. It's not no we fuck with South. We go over South, hang out. North don't come over and fuck around. If you in East Memphis, you stay in East Memphis. If you in South Memphis, you stay in South Memphis.
I mean, if I had to be like 100 with you, like, yeah.
Okay.
Like when I go to East Memphis, when I go to Memphis, I'm on the east side. Not saying I won't go to Orange Mound, North Memphis, or South Memphis. I might ride through, but, you know, need to be going to where you going to. Or, you know, these individuals probably need to know who you are in a sense, but it's sometimes it's just basically stay on your side. You know what I'm saying? So you won't probably really see too many South Memphis niggas on North Memphis and shit like that. So it just go like that. People just stay in their lane and they just do them. You feel me?
Yeah, so let's talk about the culture, the music culture that you bring with you as you come to Minnesota. The Memphis music culture. What is it? Is it drill? Is it trap? Is it closer to gangster rap? What is the music, the sound, when it comes to hip hop in Memphis?
I feel like based on my upbringings, you know, coming up in Memphis, it being a real rough place of poverty, you know, not having too many heroes and not having too many people there to show you, you know, the proper way to live, the correct way of learning. So it's one of them environments you live in. You have to like learn from your mistakes as you live, you know. And it's a rough environment. It's not too many things are invested there because most people that get their investment, they go other different places. But you know, Memphis has a very beautiful establishment. It's a very beautiful place in certain areas not so great, you know. So I feel like me coming from that struggle, really coming from have to like really experience eating cereal sometimes with pet milk, canned milk, and you know,
You said pet milk.
man, pet milk, bro. Like shit coming
what
in
is-
a can. It ain't like an animal milk or no shit like that. They kind of use it for like baking and shit like that.
Oh, the canned milk, the condensed
canned-
milk. You used to have to.
We just have to use that for cereal sometimes, or you know, maybe I probably didn't experience before just having cereal and water and type of shit, washing clothes in the tub.
See, I thought that was a joke. And Friday when he said put some water on that shit.
Man, that shit real, bro. That shit real, because it's just like, bro, if that's what you got, that's what you got to eat. That's what's there, that's what's there. You might have a refrigerator with nothing but some Frosted Flakes, you feel me? You might have to eat out the box. So, you know, it's one of them type of situations, you know, my mom she did the best she can do, you feel me? It was a situation when, you know, we wasn't fortunate. Mom didn't go to high school. Mom didn't have no college degree, no PhD and shit like that. So we had to get it how we live, you know. So I had an older sister. She was doing hair. She known in Memphis for doing hair.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to shout sister out?
Shanice.
Shanice. What's up, Shanice? Shout out to Shanice.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, my oldest brother, which is my only oldest brother, you know, he's artistic, you know, so he was born with a disability, you know. So,
Autistic?
yeah, autistic.
Okay.
So he was born with a disability. I had my younger brother, Dominique, you know, so it was 4 kids in the household, single mom.
Single mom?
Shit, you know, so I think the story from that and then just being influenced by hip-hop when I was living there.
What brought you to hip-hop? Being young, what is your first experiences with, I like this, I like the way this is, artists?
I feel like just being a kid and just always hearing music. My mom used to always tell me, I used to sing the Tupac song, It's All About You.
It's all about
you. Know, she used to always be like, when you was like 6, 7 years old, you used to be like, I see the same hoes, say the same thing, you know. So wow. I think what brought me to hip hop was really my mom. My mom playing a lot of music around me and shit like that. She was real big on No Limit. She played a lot of Master P and shit like that.
Damn, mama.
So you know what I'm
saying?
Mama
got, okay, hold on. Mama got style. My mom was playing Luther Vandross and shit. Fuck is going on? Too, nah, wait, this nigga mom playing No Limit, Gangsta 5, Cain and Abel. Okay, mama. Damn, so you was seated in the right environment. Okay. So your mom was a fan of hip hop. So she's playing this music in Memphis. You're hearing mom playing No Limit. You're hearing mom play Tupac. And you're starting to fall in love with this music. You're saying, oh, I like this. And this relates when I'm saying these words relate to what I'm going through every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, yeah, for sure.
So that's your introduction into hip hop as a kid.
As a kid.
But you're poor. We poor, we struggling. So now I got to make a transition from, I want to do this.
Yeah. I'm one of them people that can say I grew up poor as a kid. I grew up poor as a kid. You know, I probably didn't get my first pair of Jordans until I was like 14. That's when I moved to Minnesota. My dad bought me a pair of Jordans, a number 11s. It was the white and brown ones that came out. Woo! It was the white and brown ones that came. We went to the mall. I got the most expensive pair that was in the mall, you know. So that was my first time wearing Jordans. I grew up wearing Reeboks and British Nikes, Chuck Taylors and Dickie suits and shit like that. You know, that's where I came from. So I ain't really get into the fashion and clothes and shit like that till I moved to Minnesota. That's my truth. You know what I'm saying? So I figure like all those things that I've been through and then just, you know, being influenced by music, my mom playing music all the time and shit, I feel like I was musically inclined to do it. You know, I talked to my auntie, you know, like 2 weeks ago, and she was like, you got a lot of musicians in your family. She said, when I found out you was doing music, I wasn't surprised at all. You know what I mean? So I think me just being a fan of music is what brought me to music. And I just came to it because I'm doing it now. So, you know, coincidence, I guess.
So now if you're in a single parent household, how did the transition happen to I'm coming to Minnesota? That's a big jump. So how do I go from Memphis to Minnesota? And before I even get in that, what was going on? Was you a good kid in Memphis? Was you a school? Was you a school kid? Was you the kind of nigga, hey man, let's go do some homework, JR?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Who was JR before he came to Minnesota and before he got into really fell in love with music?
Good question.
You know, what kind of person were you?
It's a good question. I'll be honest with you, man. I feel like I was one of them kids in Memphis that just wanted to have, you know, what other kids that had that I wasn't fortunate to have, you know, and I wanted to be accepted, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to really just be a kid. Honestly, I wanted to be a kid, you feel me? But just the environment that I was in, it felt like getting into shit and robbing and stealing and shit like that, which I was doing, you know, at a young age, 14, 13. I think it's probably started about 12. Like shit like that.
12? God damn.
Like young, you know.
Down south niggas start early. We really don't get out to like 16, you know what I'm saying? Our moms kind of let us, all right, you can go out at 12, God damn.
You know what I'm saying? When my mom let me spring and go outside and shit. Like I was going to school every day. I always was enthused about and happy to go to school. I always loved to learn, you know what I'm saying? And always knowing it was nice, beautiful girls and shit like that was another reason we want to go to school. I want to look as good as I could, you know? So it was so many things that always brought me into school, but I feel like you know, just struggling, not having nobody in these conditions with me, you know what I'm saying, to stir me different ways and shit like that. Like, you know, that led me to going outside and linking up with the other young ones that feel like me,
the guys.
in a place where it ain't no guidance, bro. You feel me? Because I feel like any kid will want guidance, will want to feel love, will want to go on trips and shit like that, and want to, you know, just be a fucking kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go to Six Flags or whatever the fuck. You know, I didn't get a chance to. None of that was. It was all off the table. It wasn't even a conversation. You feel me?
And I can tell as I'm talking to you,
Yeah.
because I grew up in Minnesota, the state that you came to, and that's all we did as kids. So when I'm listening to you talk about how you didn't get to grow up like that, and then I reflect on my childhood, that's all we did was play with frogs, play in lakes, run around. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, that's fucked up that you really didn't really have that as a kid. You had to go straight from, you know, that small little bit of adolescence and innocence that you had to, I got to go get it.
I'm finna tell you what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and the guy ain't lying to you in blank. I'm tell you the truth. I'm tell you what we did when we went outside. We went outside and linked up probably with, you know, kids, other kids or whatever that was there. We used to play the game in Memphis called Manhunt. You know what I mean? So it'd be like, how that shit go? It'd be like 10 of us or whatever. You'd probably do rock, paper, scissors, whatever the case may be down to one person. So he got to catch everybody, but everybody catches on his team. You know what I'm saying? And we got to go catch everybody else. Man, we started doing that shit to motherfucking, you know, we had curfew in the apartments and shit. 'Cause I stayed in Eastwood Apartments when I was in Memphis and shit. We should go hop in the pool in the Kingston Manor Apartments. It was like next door. And it had curfew, you know, so they had the little old guys in the truck, security truck and shit. We young, 10, 12. I said, we ain't supposed to be outside after 8:30, so we sneaking like the Pink Panther going over to the other, behind the garbage cans and just to go over to the other apartment and jump the fence and go in the pool. You feel me? Because we wanted to swim, because we couldn't really swim. We ain't had no adult with us, so we were just like, just bucking the system type shit. We went from doing that to motherfucking, you know, adventuring, playing football and shit. You know,
You play some football?
Yeah, I played football in high school. That's, you know, down the line and shit.
Okay.
But you know, shout out to my homie DeAndre. Rest in peace, my homie Sleepy Rue. You know, Trap Ray Trigger in Memphis right now. You know what I mean? Like, these a few individuals that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? And we went from that to like going to dirt bike rallies, and then we stealing bikes and shit. You know what I mean? So we can go to the dirt bike rallies because, you know, everybody had a new Huffy or a new, whatever the case may be, a new bike with the pads on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And shit like this. I wanted that too. So we went from basically just trying to just create and have shit, and then it went to, you know, kicking indoors, shit like that, home invasion, right? We all get together 5, 10, because then we want more.
Right.
Then we feel like we need more because we getting a little bit of whatever we find, and now we want to get some
And we
money
see that
in our
taking
pocket.
it is the way to do it.
We feel like taking it. At that time, we feel like taking is the way to do it because everybody, man, I got the new Xbox or whatever the case may be. I remember when Xbox just came out. Remember when that shit had just came out? It was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was the Xbox 360. I think it was around the time the Lollipop came out with Lil Wayne, around that time.
Okay. Yep. Now you're bringing me back. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Around that time,
Come on
that's
with
when
it.
I really just.
Yep.
And then my first time smoking weed, bro, I was listening to Lil Wayne, Lollipop, and then I was so high at the age of teenager and shit. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, I felt like we were just engaged in a lot of different shit. It started turning up and start getting worse. We went from just robbing motherfuckers until we like 16 years old. Now we all linking up and everybody got a little money, a little here and there. And we plotting on whatever is out there now. Cause now we selling weed now. Now we got guns over here now. Now we doing shit over here now. You know, now it ain't, you know,
It ain't games.
it ain't no game
It ain't
no
no
more.
games
and
no more.
now, you know, people want to say, hey, do this and do that, but where were you before this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When we all together trying to put some change together to go to the candy lady with get an icy cup and some chips and shit. When nobody around stirring the neighborhood.
When you was looking for that guidance to go swimming.
Directing the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So they want a situation when we kids, like, we weren't blaming nobody. At that time I wasn't mad at my mom, you feel me? I just understood.
Now, what was going on with Pops at this time?
Shit, my pop was in prison for, you know, a murder, you feel me? Just leave it at that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we end up getting out and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then like 10 years, some shit like that. So, but around that time, that was the time that, you know, it probably could have changed the narrative a whole lot from what it was.
Right,
so,
right,
you know
right.
What I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. And I can just see in your face when you just did that. You just almost went right there like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Pops could have, I'll take you swimming. That's all, you know what I'm saying? Let's go hit the ball. Yeah.
I mean, it just wasn't none of that, bro. It wasn't none of that going on. It was just school and, you know, coming home from school, doing homework. And, you know, Dragon Ball Z was, like, really popular at that time, but I'm very good at drawing. So I used to get paid for just drawing, like, you know, drawing these characters.
Oh, you can draw?
Yeah, like Vegeta, Goku, and shit like that. Then, you know, it was real popular at that time when we all used to trade pictures because certain pictures was very rare to get. We was catching.
Y'all was doing NFTs before the NFTs. You see that? That's what I'm saying. We start every fucking thing starts in the hood. Keep going.
Yeah, you know, we was getting footage of Goku Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4 before anybody else was getting the pictures. We selling this shit. Like $20 a picture. You remember that?
Yeah. He said you remember. Yeah.
I ain't had no money, so you know everybody had to come holler at me in school for the pictures that they wanted. I was either drawing it or I was finding it, or I was spending a lot of my time outside searching in the neighborhood. I had my folder. We all used to carry folders with the Dragon Ball Z pictures and shit, and I had very rare pictures that. It's like that shit was really real at that time.
Like, it's real.
It was so real at that time. Like the pictures that you had, nobody could find them pictures. Because I don't know how we was finding them pictures. It was so deep into that. So you know, I feel like that was like one of the ways that I made money. You know, so man. So
now you can see that you're starting to develop a hustler mentality. You have a little bit of the hustler mentality, and now I don't just have to take it. I can also hustle. If you show me a way,
I started off doing that.
You see what I'm saying? If you show me a way other than taking it, I will go that way. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like it was like we were robbing people and shit like that, but like that shit was like every now and then. That wasn't like the normal everyday thing. We still kids still had to go home and be normal and shit like that. Right. Regardless, it was.
What about selling dope?
Shit, I didn't get into that until I kind of.
That wasn't something as a kid that jumped off the porch selling dope.
I ain't get into that until
I did. I sold dope as a kid.
Sell that shit.
Selling dope as a kid. I stayed on the strip. I stayed on Franklin. Stayed right at Franklin. I was like, shit, Mom, it's a lot of money out here. All I got to do is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I ain't get into that shit till I came to Minnesota. I sold weed though.
Okay.
I was selling weed and copping me a few ounces of weed, about 1 or 2 zips of weed. I was about 16 and shit. You know, my mom ended up, finding the weed, and she took the shit and her and her boyfriend went off for the weekend, sold it, did whatever they did with the shit. I was mad as hell. She brought me back some Hanes shirts. Like, what the fuck I supposed to do with this? Like, man, y'all win.
Mama, you bogus.
Man, y'all for done took my motherfucking weed. You feel me? Y'all sold my shit and bring me some hand-me-down ass shit. You know what I'm saying? I was crazy at that point. But yeah, it just started from just selling weed and shit and just robbing. Like that was like in Memphis, like that's really the activity.
Now, does that have to do with a little bit going to Minnesota? Mom saying, "Look, all right, you're getting too old, nigga. Every time the police come to my door, they come you. Niggas come around here shooting because of you. I'm hearing, did you hear what your son did? You got to take your ass to Minnesota."
I wasn't nobody shooting at me though.
There wasn't nobody. Okay, I get it. I understand.
We was into it.
I get it. I get it.
Shooting at me though.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
See, niggas get real offended when you see what I'm saying. When you talk to real street, he didn't even laugh. He just looking at nigga. Niggas wasn't shooting at me. That sounds crazy.
I just keep it in 100.
Yeah, no doubt.
I had altercations with certain people that whatever. But nobody shooting at me or coming to my mama crib type shit like that.
Right.
I was out there, really out there like that. That's a no.
That's a no.
You know what I'm saying? It's certain people that you'll fuck with, you won't fuck with. Like if I have a problem with a certain person, I know they probably like that. I'm gonna catch you whenever I probably want to catch you. But I bring it to where you at.
Right.
It asks for that. I don't think nobody want that type of shit.
Facts. I get it.
But
JR, I understand what you're saying, my nigga.
I get it.
So that had to do. So now you're coming to Minnesota because it's only one thing here. It's only one thing for me here.
Out of control. My father was here. So
in Minnesota.
Yeah, my father was here in Minnesota. So basically, At 16, my mom was just like, she couldn't do it. It's crazy, bro. It's so much deeper than what we could right here about, So
yeah,
she ended up shipping me off to Minnesota, and then shit, that's when the games really began. Then, So
yeah. Now, did you come here and stay with pops,
uh,
or did you come stay with uncles, aunts, pops, side of the family, kind of here?
when I came up here at that time, he was locked up, so I was up here with my uncles,
Okay.
and my aunties, and
North side, south side.
man, it was both. They was out there.
Okay.
Yeah, they was out there.
He said they was out there.
I don't
Okay.
fuck with them though, but right now, I don't fuck with them, so I ain't gonna give them no light. But that's the only little light they probably got. So
Okay.
I came up here with them and shit on the strength of my pops.
Right.
They told, he used to be the governor of the GDs and shit, Kank G, used to be the governor of the folks, South Side and shit. Yeah, I'm stamped, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm stamped. So.
Okay. That's all right. Okay. Yeah. But so now you come to Minnesota, different than Memphis. It's different than Memphis, my nigga.
Very different.
Yeah. This is different now.
It's
white
very
man.
different.
Yeah. I'm saying shout out to the camera guy. It's white folks there everywhere. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Wait a second.
It's very different.
Yeah.
It just immediately started to be different because now when you're in Minnesota, you're in a place where it's diverse. I didn't know that a Somalian ever existed. I didn't know an Ethiopian existed. I didn't know it was a white Hmong, green Hmong. I didn't know that they got kicked out of China. Like I at that point started to learn history.
Yeah.
The real history.
Yeah.
By me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for sure. You know what I'm saying? I started to learn the real culture and certain things and shit, and that shit started to transform me. I started meeting Somalian friends and started going to restaurants and shit like that. They're like, nah, bro, go wash your hands. We eat with our hands. And they introduced me to Angetta, chicken KK, and chicken Sakala.
You hear this dude right here? So anybody talking about this nigga ain't a Minnesota nigga, you don't roll off shit like that. If you ain't a Minnesota nigga, keep going. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It just I started meeting different friends, and shout out to my homie Ramadan, my Ethiopian homie. Yeah, Riverside.
That's where I grew up, the West Bank.
If anybody that really know, that really be in the streets in the real way, they know who Ramadan is. So that's my right hand man. So
yeah.
Fuck around. You know what I'm saying?
And niggas about that action too. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't play around all that talking and shit. They can't talk this language anyway, so what they're trying to get straight down to the action.
Yeah, but back to the more clear of the situation, they just start introducing me to a new life and just proper learning, proper etiquette, and just different things that I wasn't used to. Because then when you take it back to Memphis, it's just mainly black people. It's dominantly black people. The South is just everything dominantly black. You do have, whites and Mexicans. You might see some Arabs, but the percentile is different.
Yeah.
So when you come here in the Midwest, it's like, especially in Minnesota, we're probably like the 15% of black people here.
Mm-hmm.
You probably got probably dominantly white, then it may
Hmong.
be Hmong, then the Mexicans, then Somalians, and Ethiopians, and
a real nigga, a real actual nigga with a first and last white name. Man, we make up like 5%, man.
Yeah, so it's to me, it was an introduction to something magical because I think Minnesota is magical, So I feel like, it did something for me, and most definitely in a positive way, So I started to recover mentally in a sense, I feel like coming to Minnesota maybe saved my life and saved my childhood. Probably would have been dead in Memphis because a lot of people that I grew up with right now in Memphis are dead. A lot. It's like, damn.
One of your closest homeboys, R.I.P., right?
Even when the closest people was the people that I didn't know, rest in peace, Stank, one of the Hoovers in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people you just knew or grew up, went to school with, they all dead. And it's like, it's fucked up. So now when I speak to people, probably ain't seen them in 4 or 5 years, these people be happy. I'd be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like really happy, just like, damn, you still here, bro? Like, it's different, you know what I mean? So now that they see me in Minnesota, like, they be proud of me, bro. Like, I get a lot of love.
I know they
Tennessee,
do.
bro.
I know they do.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So now you're in Minnesota, and the music scene. So now you want to start fucking around doing music here. How did that develop? That you wanted? Did you meet somebody?
Hey, can you got that water for me, please? Is that the big water bottle? Thank you.
Thank you, my man. Thank you. Was there anybody that you actually met that introduced you to the music scene here that made you, want to start trying your hand at music as far as in Minnesota, saying, hey, man, I think I want to kind of fuck around with music here.
If I had to be honest and really give it to somebody and really say like who I thought that really introduced me to day one into music, it would have to be Jeff Croyle. He does Shout Out Minnesota. Mm-hmm. Shout out to him. He was the one that did the photography work when I was the first person in line when 50 came to Chicago and Lake and was doing the effing vodka. I was the first person in line. I bought 2 bottles of effing. And he took pictures and shit. And then when I made that my profile picture, immediately a lot of people thought I was a manager or A&R and shit. And I started getting recognition. Mm-hmm. And then he reached back out to me and said, hey, do you want to open up for Gilly the Kid? I was like, shit, I don't rap. I like shit, I guess, he was, okay. He charged me a little something. I paid him and shit. And I started going to J State Studio.
Shout out to J State.
I started going out to J State Studio. So the 2 people that immediately, put me out there, started me out was Jeff Croyle and J State. That's the first person I recorded with.
Okay. So shouts out to them. And J State, everybody in Minneapolis, y'all know J State, one of the most world-renowned studios, and
I say this about him though, right? Cause like we personally know each other. Mm-hmm. He just do his thing, I do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Just that one of them type of things. But we done business with each other. We see each other, speak or whatever. It ain't shit, Mm-hmm. But I would say what I think, my opinion, what he is to Minnesota, I would say he is, personally my opinion, bro, he is the best producer in Minnesota.
You give him that.
I that just me giving him his flowers from me, saying, hey, I think he's the best producer here in Minnesota, And
he's a bad motherfucker.
And
he's a bad motherfucker now.
Most definitely, I believe he's the sound and the voice of Minnesota. That's the work that he put in. I can never take him for that. But I feel like he haven't got his just due just yet. You know what I mean? And that's me giving props too when a motherfucker sitting there telling you, hey, man, you still got more work to do. Like, they ain't gave it to you yet.
Right.
I know you deserve it. I feel like you should have it, but you ain't got it yet. Same shit I feel about myself. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I feel like once he hit that,
Would you call him a gatekeeper? I seen him on Live on Lake Street. Shout out to Jake Faircloth and Live on Lake Street and all the guys over there. He said he was a gatekeeper, and that got a lot of people in the city to say, hold on, this and that. So would you call him a gatekeeper? That, because, there's a different thing to say that, you can fight, and then, you're a shooter. You know what I'm saying? I can't call you a shooter just because you can fight. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I say this right.
Yeah.
When you is deep into this shit, like I'm deep into this shit, because you have to know me to know how deep I'm into this shit. If you follow me on social media, I'm passionate about my music. I'm serious about this shit. So I study. I'm a student. I'll never feel like I'm more smarter than the teacher. I always want to stay after class or wherever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Master student.
Master Splinter. Turtles. You feel me? One of them type of things.
Yeah, master. I said master student.
But if I master student.
You know what I'm saying?
If I had to sit here and say, gatekeeper, that word to me, bro, I'm from the South and I'm in the music and shit. You know what I'm saying? That word to me is they ain't a word you even want to be talking about. They ain't even be no shit that that just shit that the people supposed to speak for themselves, say for themselves.
Okay.
And that ain't even a topic for you because you know who you are, you know what you do, right? Mm-hmm. But if you ask me and keep it 100, do I think that? No. You know what I'm saying? No. You feel me?
I'd agree with you on that. I would say they went a little bit far. They didn't challenge him on the show. I
see,
wouldn't.
that ain't-
But like you said,
but
adult producer.
But see, that
one of the
wasn't-
greatest producers in Minneapolis. Yes.
But see, you can't even. I ain't throwing no shade at none, but you can't even like. It ain't even homie fault or no shit like that. That just be other motherfuckers playing with the narrative and certain shit and be saying certain shit, and then they ain't even solidified what they doing, and they trying to establish some shit. These people that are saying that shit are not even established like Jazz State established. You know what I'm saying? So that's already coming from a person who's not even efficient. So I can't go off of that. Even if he said that, you know what I mean? I just feel like homie ain't got his just due yet.
More work to do.
And I probably wouldn't even, because I probably wouldn't want to say that because they probably wouldn't even understand what I'm trying to say right now.
What do you mean when you say more work to do?
When I say this shit, bro, I feel like, bro, good question, right? I honestly feel like
for gatekeeper status. I mean, you've worked with gatekeepers.
Yeah, I work with gatekeepers. Jamisa Bennett is one of them. You know what I'm saying? So,
hello.
But I'm saying like this, though. I'm from the South, bruh. Like, I really be associated with these people. Like, shout out to Young Buck, D-Tay. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trina, Florida. We got some shit going on 2022. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit. Hi, Trina. Hey.
Man.
So a lot comes with that word gatekeepers. That's power.
I just want to say, like, bro is doing everything he needs to do to go down as one of the greats, and I don't know what he got going on, man. Whatever he pushing for could probably, turn the whole city up for the better. Mm-hmm. All it takes is that one phone call or that position. I just feel like all I can say, I just feel like he hasn't got his just due yet.
Okay.
And then after I say that about him, I feel like me as an artist, I haven't got my just due yet.
Okay.
You feel me?
Right.
I do feel like I'm the hardest artist in Minnesota and shit like that, but I don't even put myself up on these different type of levels because, the streets and the masses, they at least got to speak for themselves. Once they hit you with that wand and everybody start noticing who you is on a bigger platter and shit like that, whether if it's from the streets, the strippers, the dealers, to the non-profit organizations, the people that's probably running churches or whatever, the radios, the news stations, and man, all these different people, they all follow Jay-Z.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like when he say he's the voice of Twin Cities, he's the voice of Twin Cities, and that's deep.
Big responsibility comes with that.
That's deep. And he walking in them shoes on that. But I feel like once this city get the busing is really open like that, when everybody got deals from different labels and shit going on, and whatever is beefing or whatever, this motherfucker just going harder than Chicago. Once it's on that level, then we can
JR's trying to turn
have this conversation.
JR's trying to turn the fucking city up. You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then we can have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? So, man, salute to Jay Estate. I ain't no hater, bro.
Fact, salute to Jay Estate, man. Like I said, we all know what he does. I just feel like when they crossed that bridge, I was like, gatekeeper, ooh, that's big. You know what I mean?
But you want to know something, though? Mm-hmm. Me and him, like, have had conversations. We done had conversation about music. We done had conversation about, shit. We done had conversation like, man, damn, bro, why you don't fuck with me like that? He like, bro, it's just business, bro. I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, okay, that's cool. You feel me? But, I feel like anybody that I do business with and put and spend money with, because we done did the 10-hour sessions and smoke weed and, homie getting my music together and shit. Like, he started me out.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like,
yeah.
He could have curved me. He didn't have to record me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So it was,
that's love.
He could have.
That's love.
He could have did different shit, but homie ain't do none of that. He ain't bro ain't cut like that. I just think what me and him didn't push forward at is that homie homie focus on pushing his artists.
His artists.
And
right.
you know, what he got going on, he been pushing his line before I came.
And you got to respect that to some degree.
I got to respect that
right.
100% because me and him had that conversation face to face. I'm in my Mustang, he got in his Benz, and you feel me? Like, we two bosses chopping it up.
That's
because
beautiful.
I told him I fuck with you. He know I fuck with him, bro.
Right.
You feel me? Anytime the nigga come and give you $500 for a 10-hour session, nigga, I'm there. We doing our shit, nigga. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with him. But my main thing is I can't fuck with you if you ain't fucking with me the way that I'm trying to fuck with you. The frequency has to be the same with me. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because, you know, I want all that. I want the shares, the reposts, all that. I want the city to know that you fucking with me. So, you know, I feel like we did business. And, you know, we see each other, we speak, you know what I'm saying? I share his shit, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. And that ain't got nothing to do with what I said about the other conversation. These are totally two separate things. I'm just a real life nigga, so we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like homie is the voice of Twin Cities. He started everybody off. You know what I mean? If anybody is anybody, you had to go through him first. So, you know, I could say that he's on a route to become one. He's in that route, in that pursuit. There ain't nobody in his lane. He got his own highway. You feel me? But I just feel like he ain't got his own. He haven't got his just due yet. I haven't got my shit yet until somebody give me that proper opportunity where I could show them that, you know, shout out to Purpose Pain, my manager, because that's the motherfucker that's the motherfucker that been putting the money behind me. When my money slowed up, like, man, I ain't finna do that shit, and you still probably do the shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, besides that, ain't nobody there but him. You feel me? So I know how this shit go because I'm putting my money in this shit. I'm doing this shit. I done lost a lot behind this shit. I done sacrificed a lot because of this shit. You feel me? Like, I don't sleep doing this shit. I sleep with my phone next to me. I probably go to sleep at like 1 o'clock and be back up at 5 or 6, or I'm just up. You know what I mean? I'm trying to structure my page. I'm trying to wait for the text message to come back. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to promote this and market this and how I'm going to budget this and take this out for my stocks and put it over here and there. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get ahead. Even if I can't do it right then and there, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to put it together, like how we was just talking before we even started doing this. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to put it together for it to come together and continue to keep going. I ain't trying to keep up with nobody else. I'm just doing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking a lot and I'm taking a little bit and I'm making a lot happen with that shit because I'm ambitious. I feel like I'm ambitious. I feel like once the money run out, what else do you have?
Well, that's when that love kicks in.
How long? You can't even ask these motherfuckers that they won't even know. Once the money run out, what else do you have when you're in the pursuit of doing music? My question to anybody else out there, when the money runs out, what do you do after that? If you couldn't answer me after that in 1 to 5 to 10 seconds, then you already lost. When the money runs out, then what you have is the hustle. You have to have the hustle. You have to have the drive. You have to continue to keep being known and putting yourself out there and working with people that's willing to work with you, and mainly the people that's probably willing to work with you because of what you bring to the table. They don't want no money. And they probably got more money than you anyway. And that's how you know it's more genuine than real when no money is involved. You feel me? Then when you get the money, you spend the money with the motherfuckers that been letting you slide, nigga. Now you come back and come holler at me, you can get back right. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you build the relationship. You feel me? And I just feel like a lot of people don't understand that as an artist. I done did all that. I done came in this shit with money. I done one of them niggas that came in this shit doing money in 2017, 2018. Nigga, I'm $50,000, $100,000 up. Everybody know Young JR. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know me. I'm the first artist performing Pyramid. Motherfuckers can
Shout out to Pyramid.
Motherfuckers can and Joel from the Freshwater DJs. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, I done bumped into everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Motherfucker
probably done got a sack for me, to be honest with you.
Now, you saying you bumped into everybody. Who's some of the people in Minnesota that you have rocked with, that you met, linked with?
On the music shit.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about the street shit, but on the music shit.
On the music shit.
People that I done bumped heads with here. First and foremost, Jamesia Bennett, Sounds of Blackness.
Sounds of Blackness.
Grammy Award winner.
Yeah.
I was the only
God
artist selected to perform.
It's a big fucking name these niggas drop.
Hey, listen, I was the only male artist selected to perform at her Super Bowl event at South High School for the anti-no bullying event. Only male artist selected to perform at her event. So that alone, I was handpicked. Like, you know how Salt Baby sprinkling and shit, that, you know, they picked me. I was only doing music for like 2 years. So that already done, you know, I already done been solidified already. I already been stamped. It just for me to go do the work after that. So I say her, I say Jamesia Bennett, Jazz State, DJ Phoenix. Me and DJ Ferno, me and DJ Inferno have been in conversation before.
Ferno! What up, Ferno?
Man, shout out to him though, man. You know.
What up, Ferno?
You know.
He made the fucking, what was that shit? Mount Rushmore DJs?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was up there.
Yeah, you know, me and him.
He deserves to be up there.
Nah, he most definitely
Yeah, we got to give Ferno that. Ferno deserves to be up there.
Nah, he most definitely deserved to be up there. Me and him just kind of had some words on social media. It really wasn't shit. It ain't, you know, that shit wasn't shit.
Yeah,
you know?
Ferno doing this thing.
I made a post and I said, you know, we gonna talk about it, right? So I made a post and I said, it makes me sick to my stomach when I see DJs out in the clubs, hanging with the celebrities, all in the video.
Sound like Suge Knight.
You know what I'm saying? All this different shit going on, and ain't nobody broke no artist.
That's a fact.
That's
a fact.
There is no DJ in Minnesota that's broken an artist. When we say breaking an artist, we're talking about an artist. And let's be more specific in the conversation.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people get offended. We ain't talking about the old days. We talking about the currency of hip-hop up until now for the past 10 or 15 years. I don't know about all the old shit. I ain't no disrespecting none of that. The only thing I can recognize is Prince. I'm from the South. I'm from Memphis, you feel me? But I'm going off the history, and I'm going off the city. I'm going off the producers, the people I done had conversations with, I done worked with. I'm doing this shit. I'm here, so I know what I see. I've been here. It is what it is. It's the fact. It's authentic. It's real. They can deny it, then fuck them.
Damn.
Anybody that got some type of feel some type of way about what I'm saying, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying, though, you know, some chick tagged him and said, how do you feel about this?
Your comment. Tagged him on with your comment.
On my post.
On your post, okay.
Me and homie ain't even friends on Facebook, but we still follow each other right now on Instagram.
Okay.
You feel me? And I done been on his Shade 45 shit, you know, I send my music to him and shit. You a DJ, I'm an artist. If I say I'm trying to do some business with you, you either shoot a price or you do business. And I performed at the Caboose before when he was a judge there too. You know, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was one of them real niggas that used to be in August, then there every night throwing money. You know, Trina Sky, she know me. SK know me. Halo know me. You know what I'm saying? All the strippers know me. You feel me? The strippers know who get the money. Like who
they always do.
They know who kicking the shit, who whatever. Like, I'm one of the ones, I go in the strip club, I throw money, man, half the time they picking it back up and giving it back to me and say, just buy me a drink or something. They just probably happy to see a motherfucker. It ain't even about the business of what they doing in there. You know, whatever the business is, ain't nobody else's business no way. You know what I'm saying? So,
Facts.
My nigga, you done synced me, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, this before the rap shit. You know what I'm saying? So don't.
So you talking about Inferno?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course, that part. You know what I'm saying? You done see me before. You was a judge at one of the shows at the Caboose one year. I performed.
Okay.
My single bands, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I sent my music to you in the DM. You know what I'm saying? You put my shit on Shade 45 Radio. Salute, bro. I appreciate that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's exposure, bro. So we done business with each other. Whatever it's not any business, a little business, whatever, nigga, you acknowledge me, you answer your DM, my nigga.
Right.
So it's really, man, the chick that kind of sent them out like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't really argue.
They
It
always
was
do.
just he said what he said, I said what I said. It wasn't no that old kitty immature ass shit. We just, you know, he said what he said, but he wasn't thinking before he jumped his he wasn't thinking before he jumped his ass out there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Pretty
Okay.
much. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
it wasn't that. It was just, you know, I spoke.
You were making a generalization.
That's
Yeah. I'm not talking about you.
But listen, that's what I was doing though. But see, at the same time, I knew that shit did apply to everybody in a sense. But it really was just that one motherfucker. But you know, that one motherfucker didn't jump out there. So you know, DJ D Mill jumped out there and he said, "Hey man, you know, it's a two-way street, but you can come holler at me at this event." He said that. So what he did was, you know, he synced it. He didn't act like he ain't synced it. He had something to say. You feel me?
Right.
But after he said what he said, you still can come holler at me. You feel me? I'm like, all right, for sure. I'm gonna holler at you in the DM about that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about that. You know, I'm not friends with him I'm not friends with him on Facebook. I'm not friends with him on Facebook. You know, as I remind you, we're not friends on Facebook. It was never a problem before that happened. We just friends on Instagram. I didn't even know which his Facebook information.
Okay.
I got my own shit going on. So
Right.
when I made that post, I'm friends with this chick named Dee Sauer, you know, a Liberian chick. You know, she a little cutie or whatever. I don't know. I guess she felt like, you know, she felt what you know I wanted motherfuckers to feel. You know what I'm saying? Because it was something like, you know, we should not be comfortable. No DJ should be comfortable. Every DJ should be uncomfortable until this shit happen. Y'all motherfuckers need to be together, you know, storming these record labels all together, calling some people up and getting aggressive with this shit. We got some people we trying to push. Well, they gonna be like, well, damn, who's that in the lobby? We got Peter Parker, DJ Inferno, J State. We got all these people out from Minnesota. We got some of the top DJs from Minnesota. They're saying that we have this artist that you guys need to pay attention to. My nigga, if y'all sit there and did that shit state to state from New York and Atlanta and get to holler at these people, man, somebody gonna give y'all a call back, bro.
Yeah.
Gonna,
Well, the problem with it is, and I wanted to share this story with you because, like I said, as we were driving, we were coming here, we were having this conversation in the car.
Let me get back to what happened with him.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Him,
Okay. So the
chick
tags him,
and she said,
yeah.
She said, how do you feel about this? He jumped out there and said, this coming from somebody that I don't know. He doesn't know the top DJs here. He doesn't know DJ Phoenix. DJ Phoenix know me because me and DJ Phoenix are both with Amway. We done chopped it up. DJ Phoenix done took me to St. Paul and introduced me to DJ Q-Bear and all these DJs and shit. You don't know that I know these motherfuckers already. You just wasn't there. What they say, Dad, you wasn't there, Dad. You wasn't there, bro. You feel me? So you don't know
Speaking
me,
on
homie.
shit you don't know.
You speaking on shit you don't know. You need to check my page. But the thing is, he know what's up. But I just guess, you know, when she tagged him, I don't know what frequency he was on to respond like that. Because a real nigga wouldn't even respond to no monkey ass shit like that. Because you know he ain't put no name on it. I mean, I would assume you would have been thinking like that.
Right.
You feel me? But she tagged him and said, what do you think about this? And then he said, it's coming from somebody that don't know the DJs. He don't know me. I don't see him in the club. I don't know him. I said, bro, stop the bullshit. Bro, you know who I am. But don't act like you don't know me. You ain't seen me in the clubs and shit like that. I responded back to him ASAP. I respond back to anybody. I don't give no fuck. You feel me? Because, you know, that's just how I am. I ain't ducking shit, bro. I'm not built to do that. A lion gonna roar, a motherfucking you know, an animal gonna make noise, bro. So you know what the fuck you think I'm gonna do if you saying something, you jumped out there on my shit. I could stand we was friends that you really feel like you had something you need to be saying. You know what I'm saying? But okay, she tagged him. You feel me? He said that, you know what I'm talking about, and you know,
yes.
I just said what I said. You feel me? I just said what I said to him on that, and he was like, I guess you in your feelings or something like that or whatever the case may be. You feel me? Like, you know, it wasn't nothing. We just talking, but we could have talked I don't give a fuck if you want to talk on the front street, back street, alley, whatever, but you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
So now after that, did it escalate between y'all after?
Nah.
It just was kind of like, after you said to him, hey, nigga, you know what's up? You know what I'm saying? Did it kind of just stay there?
I just told him, like, bro, like when he said, you don't know me, whatever, I'm like, bro, like,
come on now.
Bro, stop the bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
You know who I am. I guess he said you and your feelings or something like that, whatever the case may be. Then I shot back at him like, hey, listen, bro. I say, then I call him Dante. I say, hey, Dante, who record have you broken? Who record have you broken? And then he ain't say nothing he ain't say shit else after that. Then the chick jumped her monkey ass out there again. You dig what I'm saying? Like, because you instigating at that point. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I told her, like, hey, listen, shawty, you instigating, like, you feel me? Like, you need to fall back and let him speak for himself. And then, you know, he was like, you know, I am going to speak for myself or whatever. So it was like some little Looney Tune ass
But it didn't get out of hand.
It didn't get out of hand, bro. I just told him, like, who record have you broken? And he ain't say nothing. Then the conversation was over.
Nobody can ain't none of them now, let me tell you, because none of them can say anything. This is Simba Ali talking. I'm one of the first niggas to do hip-hop here. Before me, it was DMG. And let me tell you the problems that all you niggas is having here. Well, one, music is changing. So the need to be on the label is not necessarily as important. But when I was coming up in hip-hop, and this was in the 90s when DJ Hot Rod was running B96 before it was Go 95. Before it was Go 93, it was B96. I was an intern there. This was at the time when 50 Cent had Candy Shop on the radio. I was an intern there. And I got to see the inner workings of one of the biggest radio stations in Minneapolis. And what I seen was that the DJs were celebrities. The DJs were celebrities. DJ Hot Rod used to have this thing where you couldn't come into his office unless you took your shoes off. Like, you'd be like, what? Like, yeah, take your shoes off before you come in my office. It was him, Queen Bee, shouts out to Queen Bee, she was cool. But there was just a bunch of DJs there, and they were happy with the fact that whenever a major artist came to Minnesota, they had to, you know, link up with the DJs. They had to take pictures. So for me, as a naive person hoping to get in music, I'm like, oh, DJ Hot Rod, he knows 50. He knows all these rappers. So now in a state that's small and really doesn't have any culture except for Prince, the DJs start to become the stars. So now I'm DJ Simba. Now I'm coming in the club and people are treating me like I'm a celebrity. So now, and this is what I'm trying to get you to understand human. There's a thing about humans where it's almost a conflict of interest for me now to take my own fame. I'm really getting money. I'm getting advertising dollars. I'm getting a lot of power in the state. Why would I want to break an artist who is now going to outshine me? And I know what people be like, well, that's not the purpose. We're supposed to work hand in hand. I know, but greed, absolute power, control, corrupts, absolutely.
But see, check this out, right?
So when I see when I see the DJs in the landscape, I'm like, God damn, you look how famous you DJs are. But where the artists that you broke, that's almost like, can you imagine if DJ Clue was the big artist? If DJ Clue or DJ Drama or these DJs, but we never got Jay-Z. We never got T.I. We never got Waka Flocka. Because the job, and that's the job that breaking an artist is different than spinning a record. Any person can spin a record. For the DJs out there, breaking an artist means playing an artist's music so much in front of a crowd that they now become fans of a particular song that you were a fan of. Because you as a DJ, you spend all your day around music.
They up all night, they don't go to sleep till the job get done.
Till the job get done. You know music. So when you hear JR and you hear, damn, this shit go. This shit, well, it's my job now to play this song that I said I like as much as I can on my platforms, the clubs. You said it to me in the car. Have JR, he broke it down to me in the car. When I was listening to JR talk about how easy it was, I was just like, wow, that a young artist like you already has a blueprint like this. You just stand me in the stand me in the club with you, play my shit, shout me out. 2 Chainz is there coming for a show. He's like, it's real easy
Talk
to get.
To the people. What you think, like what y'all think about this shit? You know what I'm saying? And, keep spending this shit. Call these motherfuckers state to state. You know what I mean? And man, damn, Peter Parker, DJ Mills, Inferno, man, they calling about these artists and they trying to get them. out really out there. Like, you know, they aggressive on the phone. They call them back. Hey, man, you check on that? You gonna do that?
Right.
And we trying to come there. You know what I mean? Like, man, like really get this shit moving around. Like really get to showing motherfuckers like, man, y'all think y'all nice, man. My nigga, it's cold up here, but we nice too. And we gonna come slide on y'all wherever y'all at.
Yeah.
Like really go to these record labels and really be out there in their motherfucking lobby. And we ain't going nowhere. What? We already got a project for y'all. We got 5 artists for y'all. You know what I'm saying? You never know who might come out. And motherfucker might come step out and I spit something. Might run to Birdman. All right, nigga, spit something. They don't want to hit it what's right now.
Right.
What you can do right now. I feel like ain't nobody staying up 24/7 and a dark smoking weed or a cigarette on a computer laptop. They trying to make calls because people in the music industry, you know what I'm saying, nobody really sleeps at all, really. You know what I'm saying? It's different shifts on this shit. You probably working, you probably in the music shit, networking, artist, producer, whatever that you're doing, whatever your you know profession is, and you know you probably doing that 9 to 5, and then somebody else is probably up from 1 in the morning to 7. Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit keep going.
Yeah.
So I'm always up.
Yeah.
I'm always up. So I feel like if everybody came together, because when I speak on these certain DJs, they always like, I don't fuck with him. I don't fuck with them.
Yeah, it's a good business for them not to.
The DJs, DJ Inferno, my nigga. Even to you, DJ, you know what I'm saying, J State, everybody that's out there, DJ Phoenix, you know what I'm saying, Cubert, man, everybody that's out there, man. If y'all don't come together, then we don't have nothing, because the DJs run hip-hop. The DJ's really the one who created hip-hop. It was a DJ with a motherfucking mic and a scratch board, and that's what got the shit going. That's how Run DMC, KRS-One, all these motherfuckers, Tupac, Motown Records, to the Temptations, and everybody, it all started from a fucking DJ, bro. You feel me? So
he brought
like,
it to
you know,
the radio.
The DJ brings it to the radio, and the radio
brings
is
it to the people.
The radio is the DJ.
Yeah.
So go when Wayne say go DJ, that's the fact. So it's like y'all got power that y'all don't even know what y'all got. And if you do know what you got, then what the fuck is you doing with it? You feel me?
That's the dichotomy. Like I said, but what happened also, like I said, is that these same DJs passed that tutelage down to the next generation of DJs. And I remember even when Peter Parker started to DJ, that shout out to Peter Parker, like I said, but he even felt that and had to deal with that thing where he was treated like a celebrity. Like Mr. Peter Parker is a celebrity, but you would think, okay, with that, who is his artist that he has broke with all his fame?
You want to know something though? I feel like with him, because that's why me and DJ D Mill, we got some shit we trying to, you know, he been busy, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm trying to link with him so he can spread the word to Parker. So a nigga like me can get in the room and bring the conversation, the structure, because motherfuckers ain't probably bringing the conversation to make them want to, because, you know, these are like goats that's sitting on top of the mountain.
I don't know. He knows. He knows.
But
Mr. Mayhem.
But see him.
Like I'm saying, Mr. Mayhem, he would bring Mr. Mayhem in the studio and all that. And it's like, you know, Mr. Mayhem is one of the hardest out in the studio. So why can't he, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
come on,
right?
man.
But see, listen.
What did the mafia say? Let us draw some water from the fucking well.
But okay, right. Check this out, right? It's most definitely some fuck shit in that.
You know what I
what
mean?
you talking about for sure. But as anybody say, as you would probably say, as I would say, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, okay. Instead of people, it's like you got two options, right? Hear me out. You got two options, right? Mm-hmm. You can either be a part of the problem or you can be a part of the solution. So we have to really figure out what the solution is. But when shit start getting hard, then that's when the problem come in at. Because no one's probably trying to dig deep to figure out why he's on that and what's going on with that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if we was able to figure out what's going on with Mr. Peter
that's a lot of people, Mr. Peter Parker.
Yeah. I'm just high, man. So I ain't on no funny shit. But like, if we can all just figure out what's going on with Mr. Peter Parker, then we might be on to something. Because I feel like people too busy feeling some type of way than trying to figure out what the fuck this solution is. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't get in these positions just by overnight. So
That's true.
And then
that is
in
true.
the day, that's his platform. So I feel like he might not be comfortable with that artist. He might feel like that's not it. You know, or it might be the wrong motherfuckers might bring in that wrong person to him. And that person may be out there, and he probably just haven't bumped into him, or he may not have an interest, or maybe the one he may have an interest for.
That's a good point.
Or maybe the one he may have an interest for, they probably haven't reached that point where he feel like, you know, he want to come off the hill. You got lions and goats and shit that sit on top of the hill all damn day. They go pray for food when they want to. They can sit down there and do whatever they want to, however they want, but they sit up there until they want to move.
I feel like Mr. Mayhem is dope. I feel like Mr. Mayhem is dope in the city. He's our Nipsey Hussle, man.
But that's the
I would like
part.
to say that. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to say Mr. Mayhem.
Listen.
Did you watch the John Ray verse? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just want to say this part before we get into
Okay.
it. I just want to say this part. If we can figure out what the solution is, then let's find out what the solution is, right?
Right.
Wouldn't you yourself, a character like you, if we have a problem, we would want to figure out what the solution is.
Definitely.
Because all I hear about is it is a problem, or
Right.
someone is the problem. I ain't heard nobody say how they try to make the solution. All I hear is bad reviews and stories and people trying to, you know, muscle up on the white boy and all this other different shit. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't heard no solutions to this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if we could try to figure this shit out, because for once we got to get this shit together first.
You're saying there's a reason. He's not just doing this shit.
Like it's a reason.
It's something.
I do feel like it's a reason. It may be a grudge. It may be a great reason. I don't know. Who am I to say? Who am I?
People passed up on Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But listen, but check me out. It may be a reason for the madness with that situation. So
I feel you. You're right.
You know, let's try to get us together, get these artists together, get these DJs together. Let's try to get the ones we can get together and really move this shit and really move by the authentic music. Okay, well, if you say you care that much, you do that much, then we're going to try to make these artists look like this. We're going to put this into these videos and we're going to bring this shit together and we're going to obviously have some black and white, some paperwork there because motherfuckers want to get paid. Really put the bag together behind these certain different artists and push them. And then so it's like, okay, well, we may make this approach to you one more time, my guy. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, if there's no business there, okay, well, then move out the way, homie. So
let the next person, yeah.
So we could continue to keep going.
Yeah.
Because the game is about keep
Don't
going.
hold up the lunch line.
Man, don't nobody in Minnesota got control over nobody's career. Can't nobody be blackballed. A motherfucker can't blackball me because I do me. I get my money. I got my own different connections, and I'm stamped by certain people already that I don't have a problem with. So the only thing a motherfucker can do is scroll past my shit, and when my name is mentioned, they don't say shit because you can't say nothing about me. If you said something, you would look like a hater in the room speaking about a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like with that situation overall and DJs, man, I feel like, man, y'all got to cut this, you know, this prima donna shit out, and you know what I'm saying?
Give up the celebrity badge.
Come together, you know what I'm saying? And come together.
Pass the baton. You got to pass the baton.
You know,
Here, you up next.
You know, come together because once y'all break the artist in, the city gonna be on y'all dick heavier than ever. You know what I'm saying?
See what the bait we got to use?
You know
Bitches gonna fuck you if you just help us get a fucking artist.
City gonna be on y'all heavier than ever. Then people really gonna be at you. So then we start throwing these prices, these numbers out there. They gonna feel good to pay it because they feel like they got a real good shot. But in the day, you can still only do what you can do for that artist as a DJ, but it's still up to that artist to do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? As an artist to make it because
meet you
it's
halfway.
his dream. So you got to meet the motherfucker halfway.
Yeah.
And then especially when it comes to these prices and shit like that, your resume got to be there. So I figure at this point, no DJ should be charging no artist nothing. You should be using your platform to put these ones out there and try to make somebody pop. Because once you make an artist pop, that's your bag, bro. That's the real bag. That's the bag, you know, you ain't even, that phone that you got, that phone ain't even ringing for no business. That phone ringing probably for people because you got other people handling the business. They probably gonna call you on another phone and say, hey, that's taken care of and whatever. And we got this person out here and 7 o'clock meeting and whatever, this is reserved for you and shit like that as a DJ. Then you on that DJ self status. You on that, you know what I'm saying, on that
DJ
level.
Drama, yeah.
DJ Drama and
Yeah.
you know DJ Khaled and
DJ
you on
Khaled,
those levels
yeah,
where
yeah,
they
yeah.
got interns and shit. They got reception people that is handling this business. You on that DJ Who Kid shit, but DJ Who Kid, he's still hands on. He's still in the mix. He's still right there with the younger artists and shit like that. He's still there, but you know.
Cam Bennett, DJ Cam Bennett, niggas like that. Like I said, we got a couple DJs that they just need to break. They got the personalities. They got the social media pages. They got the personalities. They got the look. They got the sweaters. They got the shoes. They got the hats. They got everything. Just break somebody. We just need you to say, Bennett. Nigga, y'all would have never got this nigga if it wasn't for me. You would have never got Lily Schooly Willy Billy if it wasn't for me playing this shit at all my. That's all.
I just feel like they all need to come together, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They all need to come together and cut that shit out, because I done spoke to majority of all these DJs and majority don't fuck with certain ones and certain this, but then that's what y'all hurting the artists, is y'all hurting the city, and y'all not leading by example, because shit, you know, the artists ain't fucking with each other, the DJs ain't fucking with each other. Then what we got? What we doing?
Race to the top.
So that's why I ain't
individual race.
That's why I ain't in the clubs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And out here with the same motherfucker, because I know the structure fucked up. So I'm wasting my time. So I'd rather continue to keep building my profile and keep reaching out to different people, different states, and me as an artist, I'm evolving with the hip hop culture. I'm not evolving outside of the hip hop culture. So I don't know what the fuck other motherfuckers got going on, and salute to them and keep doing your thing. But I know young J.I. gonna keep pushing his line. You dig what I'm saying? I'm going 200 miles per hour. I ain't stopping. You feel me?
Facts.
And my destiny in my own hand. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like they all need to come together, bro, because y'all play a part. Y'all play a very important part. So if who is young J.I., if y'all ain't on y'all shit, you feel me?
Yeah, definitely. Now, speaking about things that recently happened, I want to talk to you about a few things before we get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget to click that subscribe, click the notifications. If you're just coming in and watching the show, obviously you've stayed this far, right? So why the fuck would you leave the show and then not click the notification, subscription, get the merchandise and all that shit? Don't pirate my shit. You like the show, come on in. Yeah. But I wanted to talk to you about the Lil James versus John Ray. Did you see that? Did you hear about it? How do you feel about it? Did you see they was going back and forth on stage?
I'm gonna be honest with you, homie. Like, I'll be alive. I say I ain't seen that shit on my timeline.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I don't know neither one of them. You feel me? Like, I'm really be in the streets, so I don't know neither one of them two guys, but I did see it.
What do you mean you be in the street? John Ray be in the streets, don't he? You know John Ray and Lil James, them niggas is in the streets, ain't they?
I ain't never bumped into neither one of them.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, that's just what it is.
Well, y'all need to link. Come on, man. See, that's what I'm saying.
But see, you know, hey.
But that goes back to that just me. Usually niggas be like, hey, fam, you know what I'm saying?
No, but on some real shit, salute to both of them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, me personally, I have not physically met
cross
them.
paths.
I haven't crossed paths with them, so I ain't the type of dude that really, we gonna speak about the verses, but I ain't the type of dude to really speak on that person if I don't know him. Like,
I got you.
Sucker shit. You know
I got you.
But so, to the verses shit, I did see it on my timeline, so I did tap into it. I did click that link. I did go to Trap Right, their YouTube video.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah, me too. Shit.
I watched it. I checked it out. What I thought about it, man.
Let's say Lil James, Ricky, fucking John Ray. Ricky! Ricky! Man. That's what they say, Lil James, Ricky, John Ray, man. Y'all got John Ray fucked up, man. I think it was pretty, you know.
You wanna know something though? I really don't have like a favorite artist or a person. Like, I kind of have like favorite moments. Really. You know,
okay.
That makes any sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
I feel like both of them brought something different. I feel like Lil James came very prepared.
Lil James,
you know what I'm saying?
Prepared. He was like the Locks.
Ain't had nothing to do with no money and no shit like that. I just feel like he came very prepared. If you ask me, I feel like that's what it was supposed to be. They both brought and did what it was expected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And did you enjoy it?
It was all right. It was
all right?
cool.
Okay.
You feel me? It was alright. It was cool.
We got to get JR. We got to get JR in the verses, man. I wonder who we get JR in the verses, man. That's what we really need in the city, man. We need to get young JR in the verses so he can start running these hits off so people can stay, hey, man. Hey, fam.
Man, he been sleep though. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Because we want to talk about your songs. You got Book Me.
Yeah.
And that's going crazy right now. I'm seeing a lot of people, definitely back in Memphis. You get a lot of love back in Memphis. That's where I see a lot of your love comes from Memphis. Just now, like I said, as I'm moving in the streets, I'm starting to hear more about you. But then when I go to your pages, it's like Book Me. You know what I'm saying? When you see that all over in Memphis. Your other clip, what was it? 4 bands?
Bands?
The other song you had before Book Me.
Yeah, one of my singles is called Bands.
Bands.
I got a few singles out.
Yeah,
just buzzing.
So what are these off? Is this off Tales from the Crypt, the new shit you got?
Okay, so I just dropped a new EP on Halloween called Tales from the Crypt.
Okay.
Not the gang Crypt, C-R-I-P, like Crypt, C-R-Y-P-T.
From the show.
From the old ancient scare horror movie show that used to be on HBO. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's a 5-song single. One of the singles is Tales from the Crypt, which is the opener, the intro that I have with Yachty Hardbody, Northside. He was one of the artists that performed on Trap Right with the Cypher.
Okay.
My honest opinion, I feel like he had the best freestyle. You know what I'm saying? And he just coming in, basically like off the bench and just jumping in everybody's lane, like I'm here type shit, like you know. So everybody got to move over. He's
like Jamal Crawford.
Because because
coming off the bench dropping 30.
Because he coming in, so you gotta respect his game. You know what I'm saying? And
so how many songs are on this that you're giving to the people?
It's 5 songs. It's
5 songs.
5 songs.
Okay.
So we had the opener with him, Tales from the Crypt. Me and him, we did a video.
Mm-hmm.
We did a video with Who Is High Def. This is a guy that shot videos. He done shot videos for Soulja Boy,
Chief Keef,
50, Chief Keef, and Lil Durk. A lot of people and shit. So it was great to work with him once again. And bring something great, to his channel, to Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? The video, the whole production, and then to try to do this shit, they shut our video down twice. Police shut our shit down twice, both locations. We just, man,
too much.
That boy hard body about them goons out back.
Too much, man.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It was just deep out there. We all understood the assignment. Like we all understood we was trying to create. You know what I'm saying? When nobody on no sucker shit, nobody arguing. Like motherfuckers came to do this video. You know what I'm saying? So everybody done put they self on the line, having guns on them and shit. That's just part of the tire.
Right.
So,
right.
They all came out. We did that song, and then the second single is called Crypt Keeper.
Okay.
It's with 3 young artists, female artists from Memphis, Tennessee, called Player 3. They dope. Y'all can look them up. Called Player 3. So a single called it's called The Crypt Keeper. So I pretty much host that track and let them do their shit. So I just introduced them on my platform, and that was salute to Memphis. You know what I'm saying? That's my hometown. Rest in peace, young Dolph. You know what I mean? Like, we fucked up about that.
Man. Yeah. Let's talk about that though too. Young Dolph. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, to me, when you speak about young Dolph, to me he's
Memphis.
Yeah. I didn't even know it was Memphis. It was 3-6 and then nothing. And then young Dolph.
Nah, man, when you speak on Memphis, man, we got Player 3, we got 3-6, you know what I'm saying? You got Dolph, you know what I mean?
But I mean, it was quiet after 3-6. As far as
shout out to Lil Chat too.
See?
I'm gonna tag you too.
But yeah, to lose young Dolph, how did where do you remember where you was at? How did you know what I'm saying when you got the news?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, one of my peoples called me like, "Damn, bro, it's over." You know what I mean? It's a few of my people that run with Paper Route. Salute to my homie Tez, Mario. Shout out to my homie DJ Memphis. I work with Groove Hero, the one that got the funny hand and shit. He the comedian. he was in Young Dolph video, the Major. He was roasting the shit out of Young Dolph when he was in the corner store. If y'all look up the video Major, he's a comedian.
Okay.
He was on my video Pastor. So I'm affiliated with people that know him, and I know a lot of people that fuck with him, bro. Like, Memphis is very small, so just that whole situation was it just fucked up because he was really doing for people in the community and changing people's lives and shit. Because I was one of the ones that just seen from the outside what he was doing to people that I know personally, how he was changing their lives and shit like that. Like that homie was really fucking with the kids, the community, the kids, bro. Like, playing basketball and shit, losing on purpose of a little kid, 6-year-old, 17-year-old kid can win $500. Like, come on, homie could been somewhere else doing different shit. So, it's just fucked up because nobody was expecting no type of shit like that, and really nobody in Memphis want to see nobody die in Memphis, bro. Like, I feel like all real Memphians that's there, like, beef it be how it be, but man, that ain't what we want from no other side of nobody. It's just we don't fuck with people and shit in them going. But like him, man, he ain't deserve that shit though, bro.
Yeah.
But at the same at the same time, when we be popping that shit, you gotta stand on that shit too. You feel me?
Right.
It go both ways.
It go both ways.
It go both ways. I just wish my nigga would have hit them niggas with him everywhere he go. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you shouldn't have to move like that in your own neighborhood where you from, where you grew up at. You know what I'm saying? You can't go home. You can't go nowhere. So it's crazy. You feel me? Because he been doing that same shit for years, bro. He been going to that same store for years.
That cookie shop. By his grandma's house, correct? Right by his grandma's house. God damn. Is that South Memphis?
South Memphis.
South Memphis.
I'm from East Memphis, though. But,
okay.
Shout out to South Memphis.
Damn.
So,
Rest in peace, young Dolph, man. Yeah.
And then, after that, tell you the truth, man, when they did that shit, they fucked Memphis up, bro, because 10 people died.
There's been
like 48 hours or a week after that shit, and now it's like it's a war zone. Like now Memphis would totally never be the same ever again in life after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we lost a real great one, a hero that was to Memphis. So, in a situation like that, bro, is
y'all got to sit with that one. You got to sit with that black eye.
Everybody got to sit with that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Whether if you on that end or from the other end, bro, everybody know what's going on, because whether they feel some type of way, they don't feel some type of way, you see that shit.
Right.
So somebody that you fuck with, that you feel some way, they feel some way. So you feel that shit. So it's fucked up though. But all that shit did is just, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna turn Key Glock into a superstar now. You feel me? They're gonna turn the whole paper route. It's gonna turn the whole paper route up. Hopefully the strong survive and all of them stay together, and Key Glock take over the whole empire with Ghazi, and they keep that shit moving, and but somebody gonna blaze up from out of that situation.
You hit it on the head, Key Glock. It's Key Glock.
You still got other artists like Gucci Mane, 2 Chainz and shit. They fuck with Young Dolph, so they gonna make sure that them young niggas straight.
Yeah.
That ain't even on topic. So
yeah.
But Key Glock gonna be that dude. He gonna end up being the hottest artist out of Memphis.
He is. I fuck with Key Glock. I fucks with Key Glock.
That's just facts. You know what I'm saying? I just love hip hop. I love music, and I'm gonna keep that shit real, bro. I ain't finna sit here and fake the shit with you or nobody.
I appreciate it, my nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got a good interview. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and this is just one of many. I'm gonna get you again. JR's busy. I was at him in his DMs, and he just be busy. Like he said, he got this, raising daughters.
Yeah.
Man, talk about that before we get on out of here, man. Stop it, man, because you look so tough and scary and shit. Raising shit.
So right now, I'm a single father. I'm currently raising 3 kids on my own. My son, my two daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Their mom passed away. Car accident, and so I just took them in, no brainer. Just did whatever I had to do, and now they live with me. So
beautiful.
Yeah, it's all good.
Beautiful, brother.
Beautiful, brother. I'm already, what I'm saying. I already been, decent doing my own thing anyway. So, 29 and shit. So, you feel me? I'm going to go ahead and give what I got to give to them. You know, so now I work for them now. I'm still doing my music and shit.
Yeah.
And, now that shit got me even more interested. Like, ain't no sleeping. Like, whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna go take care of my business. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was the piece that I needed to complete me for me to emerge on to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So
well, congratulations from one brother to the next. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been keeping up on and that was one of the first things that I was like, damn, this brother's you know that, and to be able to go through that hardship because that's pain that you go through, and to still be able to say, all right, I know I'm hurting, but I still got a motherfucking job to do. You know what I mean?
That's for sure.
Man.
Her and her fiance was in a car accident, and
that's still your child's mother, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's
so,
you know what I mean. So it's
that's still on my mind when I'm out here. Going state to state. I'm in Atlanta. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I know I got business I got to take care of. Because when I get around these real motherfuckers or whoever, the people that hear my line, they gonna ask on that. They gonna speak on that, and they gonna look at me how you looking at me. You feel me? They want to know what's going on. You feel me? Because if that ain't going on, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I got homies that's gonna step on if you ain't on your priority and on your shit. You know what I'm saying? But just me as a person, we're here. I'm gonna take care of my business. You know what I'm saying? Rainy days and sunny days. You know what I'm saying? I got them. They with me. We good.
That's what's up, man. Well, thank you for coming by the podcast, bro. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. You know what I mean? And I know, like I said, I've been checking out your music. I know certain people you can just tell it's a matter of when. You know what I'm saying? Certain people, I'd be like, I don't know if, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, oh, bro, it's just a matter of when. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not just the music, but the spirit that you bring too. You know what I'm saying? I can tell by the energy that you got, the spirit, and the warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like I can tell there's a difference between a demon and a warrior. You know what I mean?
Hey, salute to Rambo though. I done bump into a lot of different people, and salute to Young Buck.
Young Buck.
So many different people, man. They done been like, man, just a matter of time for you.
Mm-hmm. It is.
You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody be saying. It's a matter of time for you. You know what I'm saying? I done been in conversations in the DMs. I showed you personally. You seen it. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I know this guy. That's all I want to say. I know this guy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have been in conversation with Fat Joe, you know what I'm saying? And Benny the Butcher, and, and the Game and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing come from it, but shit, we went back and forth and we had a couple words. I was able to work with Tony Yayo before. I was able to work with Young Buck before. I met 50 Cent before. I met Snoop Dogg. I really want to speak on one time I met Snoop Dogg. I was out in L.A. for the BT experience. I went out there to perform and shit. It was me, Purvis, and Rambo. And, we went to one of Snoop Dogg artists, Triggs or something like that, man. He was a dope artist, though. He was performing and shit. And, I know Rambo knows Snoop Dogg. Rambo was just, like, so calm and cool. He just wanted to see what I was going to do. If I'm going to go get it, because he wasn't finna get it for me. He brought me here.
Right.
So I seen Snoop, and he was, like, taking off and going out the door in the entourage and shit. And I'm just like Sonic, gotta go faster and faster. I'm trying to catch this dude.
Yeah.
I ain't never met Snoop or whatever. So he get out to the front door. I'm, like, pushing through people, trying to, like, get out the fucking door and shit like that. And I'm like, hey, Snoop. And he turned around and he was like, what up, cuz? I'm like, hey, man, I do music. I had my Sony music shirt on and shit like that, because
Wow.
I was the contract is still open, but I'm still an independent artist. So I was signed to Rambo, which is a 30-year executive with Sony. He had his own record label with Sony. He had his own distribution through Sony Music. He worked with the Orchard, so he had like a partnership with them. So we basically Sony artists, but he ended up having a health problem, a serious health problem, and so it's like, it's just one of those situations where you just gotta respect, and just keep hope, and and just continue to keep working.
Readjust, yeah.
And just readjust. So that's just where I'm at right now. So I'm independent, but and me just working with him, man, that shit just in that time frame, that shit.
Yeah.
That shit brought me like somewhere else. So we in the club with Snoop Dogg, so I'm racing to get him. Like, well, what up, cuz? I'm like, man, I'm trying to take a picture with you, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just for my fans and shit, whatever like that. And he was like, I'm going to be right back. He left. I sat right there. Me and my manager, we both got his I Love Music shirt on, Sony Music, the Orchard shirt on and shit like that. And, you know, we waited for like 5-10 minutes. He came back. He kept his word. I swear my right-handed guy, I got the pictures. It's all on my Instagram and everything, even on my Facebook.
Yeah, I see.
He was like,
that's where that come. Okay.
He was like, it was a few people. It wasn't a lot of people out in LA because like we was on Hollywood Boulevard. It was like paparazzis and a few different people. It was a lot of people, but it wasn't like a whole lot of people, you know. So it wasn't like groupie like that. People seemed like they was used to seeing Snoop Dogg on a regular. It was just still happy to be there as a fan, you know. So it wasn't that hectic like that. He came back and he was like, "Hey, cuz, where that little nigga at?" You know, you feel me? And then the people was outside. They pointed at us. I didn't see him, so we walked back up to him, and bro, I was so nervous. I had my phone and shit, trying to take a picture. And my manager grabbed the phone and he was like, "Man, you know you can't have your artists out here like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure, yeah, all right, man, come on." It was love, you know. He took the picture and shit. We talked to him for a few seconds and did a video and shit like that, and you know, smoking his weed and shit. And you know, the Sprinter pulled up. He hopped in the Sprinter. He said, "Keep going," and he hopped and left. And I was the only person that he greeted to take pictures with.
So he came back just if
he
he's
came
there.
Back just to
if fam is there,
keep his word.
I got to keep my word.
There was a lot of different people that was like, "Hey, Snoop, try to get a picture." And we had the security. That was around the time Nipsey Hussle died too. So it was kind of, you know, at that point, you know, he couldn't be that close. He had a lot of security.
Right.
But he came back just to look for me. He kept his word. So, you know, salute to Snoop Dogg.
Salute to Snoop Dogg, man. Yeah. Real Snoop.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say thank you, man. Like I said, we got Jules, you know what I'm saying? We'll have you on the show again. We're going to do this again. You know what I mean? We got a lot to talk about. And just being with you, I can see that your story is long. You know, there's no way we could capture it just in one episode, but we did get an introduction. Yeah. People can at least watch this and be like, okay, you know what I mean? I understand a little bit of something.
But I do want the people to be looking for my single that's about to drop 2022. Mm-hmm. It's called Book Me, off the EP. I do want to say this.
I brought my goons and my gun in.
Yeah. So
that shit go. Book me.
Hey,
man.
So we do got 5 singles from the EP, Tales from the Crypt. The first single is Tales from the Crypt. The second song is Crypt Keeper. The third song is Book Me. That's the single right now that's bumping. It's blazing right now, iTunes. And the star keeps switching from Tales from the Crypt, Book Me, to Licks, and then they'll go back to Book Me. So a lot of people will start to listen to my music now.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because that star is up there and it's changing on iTunes, and I be checking my shit, so people are getting a little bit more in tune. So a lot of people checking out Book Me. And I got another single called Book Me Remix with Free God Savi, another artist, you know, here in Minnesota. And then the other song is called Licks. Licks is more like a storytelling song that fits the EP, Tales from the Crypt. So the whole concept of the 5-song single EP is basically, you know, I'm making a rhythm, I'm making an approach, I'm telling a story, I'm letting people know that I'm here. So I want people to go out there and check that out on all platforms. Young JR, Tales from the Crypt. It's hot.
It's hot. I'm telling you, it is, man. You know what I mean? I've been fucking with JR. Like I said, now I'm on the nigga's page and shit. I'm waiting. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got me hooked. You know what I'm saying? Because you do have a very, very unique sound, and that's what I love. I love when I can hear somebody that doesn't sound like anybody else. And that's another thing you got. Very, very unique. Like I said, thank you, JR, for coming on the show. You know what I'm saying? This is just one of many, man.
Yeah.
And for everybody out there, click that subscription. And don't forget, common sense is the best form of currency because you can spend that anywhere. Yeah. I'm Simba Ali.
Yeah.
It's JR.
And salute to the Twin Cities, man. I just want everybody to come together, bro. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like somebody got to speak on it. And we don't speak on it, then we ain't going to get it right. Everybody can't be around each other acting like we fuck with each other. We don't fuck with each other. Like that's some lame shit. So we got to figure out what is the problem and try to, like, get this shit going. At least if the artists ain't going to fuck with each other, that's cool because hip-hop is a competitive nature. Anyway, I want to compete. I really don't want to be no friends. But the DJs, y'all got to stop that, though. Y'all got to come together.
Facts.
Then check the bag.
All right, y'all. Simba Ali. We out. North Star Podcast. I'll holla.